Alright guys, we're back with Final Fantasy X HD Remastered for the PS4. I am James, the whole effing show, and we are back with another Let's Play. Last time, I believe we made the last through, we made it through the last part of the Mihan High Road, not the Mihan, but the Moonflow. We got to Guado Salam where we found out what Seymour's one of his true intentions were. He proposed to Yuna. We went to the far plane, saw a few cutscenes, and we were trying to figure out what her answer was. We found out he's headed to Makalania, so we're about to head into the next area. Like I say, if you want to get more information, you can talk to matron there. He's just about in every area, so you can always just go there. To go to the next area, you just go down this path, and then you're heading into a very, very famous area. This video may not be as long because I'm only going to go about halfway through this, because I want to make sure you guys understand that I'm going to do a lot of off-screen grinding for this part.
Oh no, we're here.
And I mean a lot of off-screen grinding, so when I do come back, I will show you, when we do come back with the next video, I'll show you a lot of what I've done.
How are we supposed to cross that?
See the lightning rod towers? The lightning is drawn to them, hopefully.
We head north, not too near and not too far from the towers, yeah?
Meaning we should avoid wide open areas.
I think I forgot something in Guado Salam.
Nice knowing you.
Okay, I'll go.
So this is just generally the tutorial, the last tutorial you're probably really going to get through the entire game that I remember. It's just dodging lightning. Of course, a lot of people know you dodge lightning. It's kind of funny. I don't know. If anybody remembers, towards the end of the game, if you dodge 200 thunderbolts, which I have never done because of the tediousness of it. I may do it eventually, but there is a trick you can use to do it to control the lightning, so it's not really hard. You can do it the regular way, and you can just excuse me. You can do it the regular way, and you can just stand here. The best thing you should do is turn off all items, turn off the sound. Does the sounds will throw you off, and all you're looking for is a flash. The most I've ever done in the PS2 version was probably 110, maybe something like that. I really hated it. So now we have something even better. Now Titus has a water strike on his on his brotherhood, so that would make it to where all of these enemies are now, they're lightning based, and as you can see, they're all weak to water. So Titus can do a ridiculous amount to these enemies. So if you have any water, or water strike, please use it. It will help out a lot. I am going to use a lot of Titus's overdrive, so I may have his next overdrive, which is called Energy Rain. You do it with, if you do his overdrive successfully 100 times, it will successfully 100 times. It will successfully 100 times. How do I work that? Not 100 times, 30 times. If you do it 30 times, you will get Thunder Rain. After that, you need to do it another 50 times in order to get his last one. So like I said, I'm gonna try to go through a little chunk of this part, or I may go into the next area and then come back and grind, because like I say, I'm gonna grind like crazy, because I really do need to grind, because I'm only gonna grind up maybe 3 characters, maybe 4, but I do need to grind them up because there is a boss battle in the near future that you really need to be ready for. I would advise using Yuna a lot to power up her Aeons. That battle will show you why for that too. If you see that little glowing stone up there, that plays an important part in this game too. And if you notice, when that enemy used Thundara on us, it didn't do that much. It didn't do all that much damage. See, look at this. Walker's not even strong enough to kill these enemies in one shot. So what I'm not gonna do is, see that? He's not even strong enough to kill him in one shot yet. I told you, Walker is not very strong until 1 HP. He's not very strong until the end of his spear grid. So please believe it will be a struggle to get him with some power in it. Lulu's not even able to overkill that thing yet.
For now.
I will get it to a point where she can overkill so he can get more AP out of it. And we're gonna have a lot more money. I've been slacking. I really haven't been grinding at all just so I keep the videos rolling. But I am gonna get more money. I'm gonna get a lot more money because there's a famous part in the game where you're gonna need at least, well, not too much later, but I normally get started on that now because you're really gonna need it. You're gonna need at least 240,000 to 300,000. But I'm gonna have a lot more by then, so I can show you what to do. Well, I'm like, more magic defense, I need more magic attack, but she won't get another one of those for quite some time. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a lot of grinding. So, yeah, this video may not be very long. That's why I said the last video, I may just do it because I'm only like 7 minutes into the video, and I'm only 7 minutes into the video, and that's just nuts. Always be careful of this larva. When they do get to low HP, these guys can replenish their own HP by hitting it with lower. How do I say that? You can hit it can boost its own HP like how I did with I did with Ifrit. They can cast water, or they can cast thunder on themselves. Once they do that, they will increase their HP again. And they will boost their magic power, so they'll do a lot more damage. So please be careful with those. I'm gonna see, do I have any water items? Do I have any water strike items? I might have some. I say Titus automatically gets one. Walker doesn't have one. And the trick part is the next area you could probably steal for those items, but the next item is when you get the next what do you call this place? The next area is where you get the water. Is where you get the water strike from. You could steal the water items for it, but we generally don't have it. I have a title spear for Kimari, so I might actually be able to use Kimari in this because he'll do enough damage. I do need this strength increase like now for Waka because, like I told you, his strength is really lacking. So what I do want to do with Lulu, I'm gonna try to stretch this video a little long just by doing any explanations or anything, because I don't want you guys to sit here and watch me just grind for an hour or two, and it's no point. So I want to get her from here. Now you see these are spells. She has a third spell here in Bio, which I might just skip for now because I don't really need to spell at all, because all it does is poison an enemy. And poison, there's a lot of enemies in the game that are immune to poison, so there's no point. So I'm just probably just gonna skip right past that. What I'm trying to get to is through here all the way to here, to her third spells. Problem is, this is really, and I mean really hard. I'll probably skip death too, because I don't really need to spell. All it does is, if you want to get it, get it. All it does is cause instant death, but there is a lot of enemies in the game that is immune to it. And of course bosses are immune to it, and I don't really find a point of instant death moves a lot of time unless it's just a really powerful enemy. So I want to get here for a big reason for the next boss fight. Well, actually there are 2 boss fights in the near future that are coming up where you're going to need these spells. Makes it a lot faster, so I have an incredible amount of grinding to do. This is also Demi. She does learn that spell that you saw, that it only reduces enemy's health by a fourth of it, so it'll never kill an enemy, but it will do a decent amount of damage for them when they're at full health. These, you want to get close to those. When they're lightning, of course the lightning wants to be a jerk and strike twice. You walk up to these, you hit square, you'll pray to them. So you do that. Looks like I got a new follower and didn't even realize it. Well, I appreciate any followers. I do appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate all the support. So now, as you see, we run into these cactuars. These things are really hard to kill. So my best bet is to just literally let everybody guard once, swap them out, and call in Una, because you're gonna have a very hard time hitting that thing. So the best thing to do is summon the Aeons for these, because there really not much you can do. And it does have an attack called 1,000 Needles, so be careful. It will cause 1,000 damage to you. So be very careful with that. These things have a high evasion, and it's going to be really hard to get them. If you can steal from these enemies, you can get chocobo feathers. They give you, if you use one, it will put
Be strong.
chocobo feathers will put haste on you. So, like I say, be very careful. So with Meteor Strike, all you do with one of these, because since it can't be dodged, it's like one of those magic attacks. It can't be dodged, so it can't get away from it. So you don't really care about the AP or overkilling it, you just want to kill those things. They do give decent amount of AP, and they give out a decent amount of money, so you always want to get to those things. So now I'm going to try to focus more on dodging these lightning bolts, so I'm tired of getting hit. And please be careful again, those things can hit you with please be careful. They can, these lizards, they still can hit you with different status effects. It can petrify you, and it can put silence on you, so please be careful with those. You do not want that to happen. I think these things are also weak to water, but like I say, they're very magic resistant too. So Lulu can't kill it, but since I can't overkill it because they're resistant to magic. Say is always good, especially when you're in a new area and you want to grind. Another thing, when I grind in general games, if you struggle against that enemy, the first thing you want to do is you want to grind enough to a point where you can comfortably kill every enemy without severe injury. If you can get to that point, I think you'll be really good. That's probably the best thing you can do when it comes to grinding in any new area in any video game. I'm a big RPG person, so that's like my MO, like what I do all the time. I'm constantly getting hit by these thunderbolts. I can show you the trick eventually of what you do to kind of control the lightning bolts out of spawn. It's the famous crater trick I learned. Actually, my brother, I talked about in the last video, Puff Daddy Slim, was the one who actually taught me how to do that. He was the one that taught me that when I visited him last year, because I'm in Chicago, he stays in Indiana. When he taught me how to do that, it was like, wow. I never knew for so long we could, I never knew so long it was that simple. I may attempt to do it just so I can get the trophy out of it. I'm gonna do that just so I'm gonna kill with Titus, so I can get his overdrive back. Like I say, kill 5 enemies on the Slayer, and you will always have that. He gets a yellow shield. And since I didn't have many X potions, I had to be careful because I don't have many X potions. I couldn't put 5%. You can step over there and talk to Shalinda if you want to. Like I told you, I don't really care for her as a character, but you can step over there. So I think my biggest problem is I always miss this one, and I never realized that I need to hit these in order to do a certain part later on in the game. Now see how they ambush me? If I did not have yellow ward on with those armor, these things would be causing all type of damage. So what I'm going to do is just let Walker go to work. Now he can overkill these enemies with his new power up. See how he increases it, now his magic increased. And he gave himself MP back. So I can say be very careful. I'm not really fighting these enemies as well as I should be, because generally, like I say, these enemies can be really tough, because I'm not grinding as much as I normally would during the game itself. These are the primary 3 characters I'm gonna grind up for right now. but there is a reason why I have to grind Lulu a lot, so you will see what I mean eventually. And as you can see, the money is building. I think you need to activate 3 of these to make something happen. Like I say, this is one of those portions of the, I think it has something to do with the celestial weapon. I know nothing about. It's really hard to do. You get this chest, and you get a water ball. Exactly what I was looking for. Beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do with that water ball is I'm going to put sensor on it. Oh, actually, I don't even need to put sensor on it. Lulu has sensor on. As long as I have one of my mages in, which I normally keep them with sensor because they don't use their physical attacks, I normally keep them with sensor, so that way I can always see what the enemy has. Perfect setup to kill everything. You can put piercing on weapons, so if you want to have Titus hit, if you want Titus to be able to break through those shield enemies, all you need is an item we haven't gotten yet in this game mode, in this setting. It's called level 2 key spear. If you do get those, you can customize it and you can put it on there. Right after I get out of battle, it strikes me with lightning. I don't think this game likes me very much. Powering up some of these guys. Oh, I just completely screwed that up. There is no path over there, so I don't even know why I just moved them over. It's a crater trick. I'm not really. I think that crater's on the next half. So like, remember what I told you to do? Everybody, preemptor strike. Great. Call in, especially if you had a preemptor strike, call Riku in.
Needles! I hate needles!
And she says that because it shoots you with needles. Steal from it, take that chocobo feather. If you use that item again, it will put haste on you. So if you don't have Titus in the battle, or you just don't feel like calling them in at that one point, you can use those. I don't typically steal them because I have Titus, and later on when I do start grinding again, when I really get grinding, you'll learn a better spell for haste. Like I told you, I did choose the standard spear grid for everybody who needs a standard spear grid, because the standard spear grid is it's simpler for people who are just starting out the game. Oh, there we go with an overkill. If you don't, it'll be very, very. Now, as you see, the last time you only got 350 when you normal. Now that you got it, I think it goes up by 1.5 times. So now you're getting over 500 AP, which is pretty good for this point in the game. Especially when you're trying to grind up. But I can show you some of the stealing you can get. You know, a lot of times all you're gonna really get now is electro marbles. If you steal from, if you want the elementals, I advise you stealing from the stuff that actually uses lightning. So steal from that, get an electro marble. That'll help you with lightning ward. If you don't feel like buying it and you just want to steal it and make your own, perfectly a good thing. Save you some money if you ever need to.
Shield us from thunderous bane.
So like I say, be careful. Those things can cause they can put what do you call it? They can put petrification on you, which will turn you to stone. It's just like those anaconda enemies we fought on the the Jose Haro. If you get those softs are pretty good to have, because what softs do is they can help you stop petrification. But if you have those, if you want to do some customization, definitely try to, how do I say? Definitely try, I think that'll put stone ward on you. To get the actual petrification, to get stone proof, you need petrification grenades. Oh, the fun fact, these things are not weak to water. They are weak to ice, but they are very magic resistant. Oh, be careful. I'm just gonna call Titus in so you can finish this off. I will use his overdrive for this, since we are definitely trying to get energy rain. So you get all of that. Go up some spear levels. like I say, when you're getting these great things, and since her strength went up to about 4, that really increased the strength of those aeons. So like I always say, be very mindful to power up Yuna as much as possible, especially before these next few boss fights, because it will be a doozy. I will also advise before you head into the next area, get a few of your Aeons next get all your Aeons overdrive. Man, you can get Val for it because it's non-elemental and it will help out. I'm just getting all tore up about it. There's a crater like that later on I'm going to show you when we get to the next half of this. I'm just trying to get to a really good grind spot, which is a little further ahead. You want to get to that grind spot just so you can you want to get to that grind spot just because you're near save spear. It's literally like one of my most treasured save spots because yeah, that's it. That's like one of the things I do. And now Lulu is confused, which we did not want. But luckily we have Yuna, and so Yuna can deal with that. Those things are irritating very. So also, if you don't have remedies, because remedies are like the only thing that take care of confusion, because for some reason they didn't make an item that takes care of confusion, you have Esuna. Esuna will always take care of anything. And the best thing you can always do is, or you can get rid of confusion by attacking somebody physically. But since they're all using magic, potentially they could hit every one of y'all with confusion, and then you're really gonna have a problem. Unless somebody hits themselves physically, but most times by that time they'll probably be dead by then. So get Yuna out of there and call in Waka.
It's over.
And now you see his damage has went up a lot since he put that water ball on. I'm gonna save that spirit level just so I can use them all at once. And now we're about to get into the cutscene. I don't see another one of those Caxwar stones. If you ever see them and they're lit up, always run to them. I always have the problem, I never actually see it anymore after that. And it's like, once that happens, I don't ever see it anymore. Like, and that one I just got that was in that corner, I don't think that's the first time I've ever activated that. Like I told you, we're learning a lot in this Let's Play. If you do, you can bring in Riku, and she will come in and steal. You can steal more Electro Marbles from these things if you ever want the elemental item. I still, like I say, I don't find a lot of those elemental items worth it because I don't really need them. You could use them for the next area, because the next area is really, see, look at that, I couldn't even dodge the second one. It really gets strong. So here's another cutscene getting ready to fire up. No, this isn't this part. The cutscene fires up right before you leave. And Titus, as you can see, a critical hit killed them in one shot. Which is really good. You definitely want that type of damage going out. It's always like I'm showing you how you can beat this game with weaker characters than I normally have, but like I said, if you know what to expect, you can really just knock this game out. It can be a joy, it can be fun. I will show you some optional dungeons later on once we do get into the main story where you can grind up like regularly. There are some really good grind tricks to get around because a lot of people don't know. I will explain those. Oh, I can actually use a magic sphere, so I actually will use that on Lulu. I did say I would use that. So with the ability sphere, she's gonna learn Reflex. What Reflex does is it raises your evasion for the entire party, whichever 3 characters are in. You can use it, it'll help. She already has a lot of evasion, but if you want to, that will help out. Oh, this is that cutscene part.
Whoa! Whoa! That was a close one.
Stop kidding around.
Yes, ma'am.
Check him, Lulu.
What's wrong?
You're giving me the creeps.
This is probably one of the craziest parts of this game, because like everybody's getting all freaked out.
Hey, whoa!
I want to go home. I hate lightning. I hate thunder. Let's go rest over there. Please.
The
Just
storm never stops. Better to cross quickly.
I know, but just for a little while.
Well, what now?
So for anybody that teases Lulu, Riku, she is 15, so.
Pretty please? Just a few.
Now, if you can't see it, there's a little space
I'm
there.
scared of lightning.
Just keep going, she'll keep doing that.
I'm too young to die.
If you
You're
stand.
mean. Cruel. Your moms would be ashamed of you. Are you having...
Fine. We rest. She's worse than the storm.
There is an item over there I'm trying to get, but I'll definitely show you before I've been in this video.
I'm a little tired. Do you have a room available?
This is when she watches that sphere.
Yes, just over that way. Thank you.
Yuna?
It's not like her.
Everybody can kind of tell she's acting a little funny. This is where you could normally get all of lightning ward items or shields, and I think you get lightning strike weapons here. I would advise buying a few of them if you need to, because the next area the enemies are weak to lightning. No, just a few things, nothing major. But if you buy these, the difference between these and the one Owaka has is you can still get the ones with the HP plus 5%. So I think I'll buy all of these. I'll do one for her because she is pretty cool. So yeah, I will do it for everybody. Just in case I decide to just throw anybody else into the end there. I don't really need to save it here. I just want to touch it to get our HP up. So just run back into this, run back here, and you get more cutscene. No, Titus is the worst eavesdropper.
Whoa! Oi!
Yes?
Ow.
He literally should have just stayed at the door and just eavesdropped.
Well, it's nothing really. I just, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have come in. Hey, wasn't that Jisco Guado guy?
The sphere is his will. It says, take care of my son.
That has a deeper meaning.
His son, Seymour? Well, I know one way to take care of him.
That's it, that's
I'm
it,
sorry.
Titus. Do not let that man steal your woman. Now, to show you how sneaking and the creeping up and being an eavesdropper really works.
What do you think you're up to?
See? Never seen it coming.
Yuna was acting funny.
Yeah. She'll tell us when she's ready, so hold your chocobos till then. Yeah.
All right.
Told you, big brother. So now that you get ready, instead of walking out, you're gonna have to talk to Riku.
It's not stopping, is it?
Don't tell me you were hoping it would. Fine. Stay here.
All right already.
I understand her fear, but
You didn't have to say it like that, you know.
I would be
You could be
scared.
more comforting or something.
Excuse
You know,
me?
try to cheer me up. You just don't get me at all, do you? Hey, are you listening? I'm not scared. I'm not scared, you hear?
I would be scared to cross that for one reason. When you cross there, yeah, this weird awkward guy just snaps a picture of you guys and runs away. No, where he came from, he just randomly snaps a picture. So generally, like I say, I would be scared too. How in the world are you crossing this thing and lightning's constantly striking you? I would literally just be peeing on myself everywhere. So if you see this little thing here, you picked it up, that's a yellow shield. Now you're probably wondering, I already have a yellow shield. I'll show you what's different about it. This yellow shield has lightning proof on it. So that typically means I use my last X potion on this. That has lightning proof. Lightning proof means Titus will no longer take damage from electricity, period. That means at no point possible will he be taking any type of damage from him. So all lightning based attacks are now null and void. There is one more enemy in this game that I have in this area I haven't shown off yet. And here he is. This is the Iron Giant. He does have armor and he is annoying, so the best thing to do is throw Dark Attack at it. Try to put darkness on it because he, as you can see, he hits like a truck. He did 700 damage. That's almost half of Titus's health. Put him in the yellow, and he just killed him. So you see exactly how hard this enemy hits. My best advice is to either inflict darkness on him, cause power break on him with Auron. I mean, it's multiple ways to deal with this guy,
I'm
but
back.
if he hits one of your mages, he's gonna cause a lot of damage. He has no weaknesses, but he does have all lightning damage. He is almost dead, so you don't even have to worry about it. So for this, I'm probably going to bring in Auron because I'm going to need him a little bit too.
So be it.
And in fact, there are going to be 3 boss fights coming up. I keep forgetting this game can be full of boss fights. They can give you a cluster of them. So there are 3 coming up, and she overkilled it. These enemies give a ton of AP, so these are what you really grind on. See that? 1200 AP. Great, especially because I overkilled it. You get a Seeker's Bangle, you know that raises HP. Now what's funny is you saw that glowing over there. I got into that battle and it stopped glowing. How, I don't know, but it just stopped glowing, and it's like, I never understand how to keep him glowing. I have to watch another video because I watch Let's Plays of this on my own. I've watched it from certain people and it's really cool. So for this, I'm actually going to use that magic defense spear on Yuna. I normally use the magic on her, but now I'm going to use a magic defense spear on her. Switch it up a little bit. Normally Yuna's magic and special magic defense are normally even. They're completely even through the entire main story of the game. I'll show you what I mean of, like, when we get to that point. What it means by main story. Now you see that one up there is glowing, but I have to get to that one, but it's really hard to get to that one. And the best reason to stay near save spears when grinding, like I say, is you always want to have that that HP restore instead of going through items, and because you want to make sure you keep your MP high, because Lulu will go through a lot of MP. As you can see, if you haven't noticed by now, I use a lot of mats to start off. This setup is even better. When you see 2 more enemies with them, they can give so much AP. So you go for a power break. I'm glad this came up so I could show you guys how I grind. You power break it, you don't even have to deal with that anymore. I would strongly advise getting rid of these things because they are a pain, especially because of the confusion they can cause. I should typically switch between fire and water against him. Now you see when he hits him, he doesn't do half that much damage anymore. He literally cut his attack power by literally the damage is literally like half. So that could cause things. If you're wondering, Yuna is about to get a new she is about to get a new cure spell, so you're like really close to it. The thing is, you want to do that to get that cure spell because you see my HP is going up higher and she's not fully healing anybody. As you can see, you got over 1500 AP from that. The money is good coming from these battles. Like I say, this money is no object in this game. As long as you know the grind spots, you can make so much money.
Focus.
And I mean, you can make a lot of money in this game if you just know where to hit the grind spots. But that's part of why I'm doing the Let's Play, so I can show people how you do this. Now, Lulu's learned Warrior. And as you can see, she just hit that thing, or just hit him really hard.
Farewell.
Kimari might be able to overkill these enemies, but like I told you, he's like that forgotten about character. Because even though Riku's really broke, I almost rarely ever use her. I rarely use Riku. So you touch that. So what I'm going to do is use these save spears. So like I say, I'm going to do a lot of off-screen grinding. I need to. I've been kind of dodging it because I want to keep these videos moving and I want everybody to see exactly what I'm doing, exactly what to do. Oh, wait. Didn't want to do that. Go back in. Ooh, this is going to be, like I say, I'm really having fun with this game. I'm having a lot of fun doing these Let's Plays and recording. No, I did not want to do that. Let's move up. She's getting them some more magic defense and some more evasion. So she has pretty high evasion too. Not as high as Lulu's, but it is high enough. So like I said, this is going to be great. This video is a bit shorter than what what I've been doing lately, just because I want to make sure that you guys get I just want to make sure I got through this part, like the little bits of how to transition from Guado Salam to the Thunder Plains, and show you a few of the enemies do. This is a big grinding spot you can do. Like you saw, you can really grind off a lot of that, off that Iron Giant. He's pretty easy to kill if you get strong enough. So if you know how to do it, like I said, that's why you get those second spells, so you can kill that thing really easily, and you can overkill it and get more AP, because without overkilling, he'll make it be like 900, and he pops up pretty frequently. So if you know how to deal with him, I showed you how to fight him. So this is James, the whole effing show, signing off. I'll be back. I appreciate all the support you guys watching, and I'll be back with another video.